Face detection is a computer vision technology. It is the process of locating and seeing human features in any digital photo. This technology is useful in a variety of industries, including marketing and security. Through this video on Python project, we will create a machine learning model that recognizes people from images. In doing so, we will take help from OpenCV library, which will give access to your camera and through which we will be detecting your face. So stay tuned and learn all that you can about face detection project. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoy this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any query or suggestions and I will respond to your comments.
Okay, so here we are using up the PyCharm IDE, and onto that only we are going to write up and proceed up with all of the projects for the image processing, right? So I'm going to proceed on with now the project which is the face detection. Okay, I'll be letting you know that with the help of the OpenCV library, how we can detect up the faces. This is what we are gonna like start up here, and this is what I'm gonna proceed out with this. Okay, now before moving forward with any of the codes or any of the respective things, you are preferred to use any of the offline IDEs in which you are comfortable of. You could use PyCharm, you could use VS, you could use Sublime, you could use Jupyter, anything of your choice. You could simply use that out. But online IDEs are not allowed to be used, right? You are not allowed to use of the online IDEs because there is no such sort of things for giving up different types of files onto that and the things like that, because you will be using up some different files as well here that shall be installed onto your devices, that shall be there onto your devices, and with the help of those files we'll be writing up the project. So onto that particular case, it's preferable to use up any of the offline IDEs in which you are comfortable of. Okay, the very first thing. Second one is that what we'll be doing is that we'll be using up our OpenCV library. Now onto that, what here is that we'll be using up some sort of things, and with that we'll be checking to detect up the face. Okay, as soon as any of the faces are visible out in the camera, it will show a rectangular line onto that respective face. Okay, and when there is no such face, so it's not going to detect out any particular thing. Okay, this is how we are going to proceed up onto our respective project for today. Okay, so hope I am clear with this particular thing to you, that how are we gonna proceed up. Okay, so I'm going to start up first of all with the importing of my libraries. Now before importing, here we have to go onto the terminal and install out our respective library, whatever you feel like that. Okay, so I'm going to write up here pip install, and further with that we have pip install, and further I have my library which is opencv-python. Okay, and hit out enter for that. So this is how you install up the OpenCV library onto your devices. Okay, now it's gonna take some further few minutes for the installation, but for me this respective library is already installed. So for me it's showing that requirement is already satisfied. But if you haven't installed out this library up till now, so for you it will take some time, and after some time it is gonna show the library has been successfully installed. Okay, so hope I am clear with this particular thing to you regarding the installation of the OpenCV library. I'll be writing up this command same onto the IDE as well. So if you haven't written up this command up till now, so you could just take that out and copy it, and like you could write that out here. So here, great. Fine. As soon as this has been imported, I'm gonna import up the CV. Okay, this is how you do up the respective things. Now, further, whenever you are classifying, or whenever you are doing some sort of things like working with the face detection projects, working with any other projects like this, hand detection or whatever. So for that, actually what we are having some XML files, XML. Okay, we do have some XML files, And those respective XML files are only to be used out when you are doing with the help of some detection or some things like that. Okay, so now on to that respective case, when you are doing up the face detections, onto that you have to write it out here. My cascade file which I'll be writing is har cascade underscore frontal face underscore default dot xml. This is how, and this is the cascade file which we are actually wanting out here. Har cascade frontal face default dot xml. Now go on to the Google, write out the same thing. You'll be getting many links there, some of GitHub links, some websites, many things you'll be getting it out. Download that this XML file from any of the place, okay, of your choice, whatever you feel like is comfortable. Now, while the downloadation of this XML file, there are two things that have to be really taken care of. The very first one is that you have to first of all download that into the XML format only. Second, you have to download and save this cascade file into the same folder where your Python file is saved, into which you are writing up this particular code. Okay, so I would again repeat, first of all, download that into the XML format. Second is that you have to put that up onto the same folder. You have to save this cascade file onto the same folder in which your Python file is saved, into which you are writing up this respective code. Okay, so I hope I am clear with that to you, very clear to you. So CV2 has been imported. Getting down, I'm going to use up this cascade file which has been already downloaded by me. So here it is, this. This is how it actually looks out. Okay, this is how it looks. Great. Right here now I'm going to write up here. It's cascade cascade underscore face. Okay, is equal to, I'm going to use up here the CV2 dot, okay, I'm going to use up CV2 dot, it will be, my function will be cascade classifier, CLASSIFIER, okay, cascade classifier. Now, one second. Yeah, so this is how it's going to be. Simply, first of all, you're going to use up the CV2 library, the one which you imported right above here. Further, you're going to use up the cascade classifier function. Okay, so whatever the cascade file, whatever the XML file you are having, it helps you to classify that out. So you have to put up your file name. So it's har cascade underscore, it's frontal. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit. Frontal face underscore default. Okay, FAUL default. And sorry, default dot xml. Okay, this is my respective file which I was talking about. So har cascade frontal face default to default dot xml. Fine. You just simply put it up your file onto the particular variable which is cascade underscore face. Frontal face means that which will be helping you to detect up your front face. Okay. Great. Now next what I'll be doing now, how it is going to detect up the front face. So onto that you have to give up the access to your camera, right? First of all, you will be using up the camera to turn on your video, and after turning off your video, after that you will be simply able to catch up or detect up your face. So first of all, very compulsion thing is to give up the access to your camera. So let's do that out very quickly. I'm going to write up here cap. Okay, and that's equal to, I'm going to use up CV2 dot, and dot, my function is video capture. Okay, V would be capital for video, I'm sorry. Video capture. Okay, and in bracket I'm going to put up here as 0. So video capture function will be helping you to capture up your video. It means to turn on your video. Now, after your video has been turned on, now I want to read up your image, or whatever the variable, like I just wanted to read up the image for you. Further with that, I just wanted to make up a rectangle around your image so that it will be helping you to detect that yes, Here I am able to detect up the face, and if you are not able, if that respective program of mine is not able to detect up the face, so onto that case it's gonna show that I'm not able to detect up the face, right? This is what it is actually gonna be. So this is how we are gonna proceed up here with the particular things for you, right? So I'm gonna write up here. My condition goes while, okay, while true. Now, why I am putting up this while true? Because I want to make this as an infinite loop. Now, what do I meant from the infinite loop that I want to make this out? So, see, listen to me. Once your video has been turned on, okay, and let's say your face has been captured once. Now, you do not want that suddenly your program shall shut down, right? You do not want that out. You will be giving us some different trials onto that, right, as well. Let's say first your face has been detected, next you put up the hand onto your face, then let's see it's going to detect out or not. Thirdly, let's say you are having some different form of action. So these are some different things like that you'll be trying, right? So this is the reason that why I am putting up this infinite loop here, because what I wanted is that simply as soon as my face is detected, it shall not close up my program. It will shall stay up there. Now, whatever the further actions I am gonna do, what are the further things I'm gonna give up there into the front of my video, so it shall detect up the other face as well. Or if I put up my hand, it shall not detect. I have different sort of things to be tested up here, right? So for doing up all of those respective things, what I am doing, I'm setting that as true. So here goes my condition, that is my infinite loop. Okay. So here this red is for rectangle, and here this is for my image. Red comma image is equal to, and I'm going to use up cap dot read. What it is going to do, whatever my video has been captured, it is going to read out that respective captured video. Okay, as soon as my camera is turned, my video is turned on, it's going to read out that respective thing, that respective video for me, right? This is how it's going to be. Fine. Now, if it is able to read, if my camera is open and if it is able to read, we can simply use up and print up our respective variable here, that's print red. Okay, so it will actually print me true, either true or false, that it is able to read up my video or not. Okay, so in that case, it's simply gonna read up these things and print either true or false for me, right? Now, second goes next thing that goes up here is that you are having up the image, you be turning on your camera, right? That will be in the form of BGR, right? BGR colors. Now, we have to convert that to the gray scale, because with the help of that gray scale only, it is able to capture, it is able to check, and all those things it is able to do with the help of that gray scale only. So my next thing that I'll be doing is that I'll be converting that image to the gray scale. From BGR to gray, I'll be converting. So I'll be writing up the things for that. So G is equal to, I'll be writing up here CV2 dot, here goes my CV3 color. Okay, C would be capital for my color, CVT color. Okay, into the bracket I am putting up the variable which is img. That is actually referring to my image which I am reading. Comma, here I'm going to use up CV2 dot, here we have the color. Okay, underscore. Now it's BGR2 gray. GRAY. Now, this is the respective thing that is actually here. What I am doing, I am converting up my BGR image to the gray scale image, right? Why is that needed? I did already answered out this respective question a few seconds before. Okay, so this CVT is referring to the convert. So it is in, if I say that properly, so it will be convert color BGR to gray, means convert the BGR color to the gray scale color. This is what it is actually doing up right here. Okay, getting down. Now what I'll be using up a multi-scale function. And with the help of that, I'll be detecting up the cascade underscore phase. This is what we'll be doing. So I'll be writing up f is equal to. So I'll be writing up f is equal to, and here I have the phase. Yeah, it's cascade. It's cascade underscore phase. Okay. So f is equal to cascade underscore phase dot. Here we have the function that's detect. I am having up here multi, and this is my scale. So cascade underscore phase dot detect multi scale. Right, into the bracket, I'm going to put up here the variable which is g, onto which I did convert up my BGR to grayscale. Right, so g, right, g, comma. Now here I'm going to put up some values. This one is 1.3 and the second is 5. Now what are these values? That I'll be letting you know in a very short while. Okay. Great enough, great. Now what I'll be doing is that I'll be applying up a for loop. What is that for loop actually about and what it is completely about? So onto that respective case, I will be putting up my for loop. Now we know that we have x, y, width and the height values there, right? So yes, we know that out that there we have the values which is x, y, width and the height, right? When we are forming a rectangle, so a rectangle consists of the x, y and the width and the height values, right? So now on to that respective case, I will be using up the x, y, w and h values to form up a rectangular for me. Okay, so how this could be done? It could be done with the help of a for loop. So here it goes for, into bracket I'm going to put up all those x, comma y, comma w, comma h. Okay, x, y, w and h. Okay, so for this in f, x, y, w, h in f, right? So f is a respective variable onto which I have detected up the multi-scale. I just put up some values here for this cascade underscore phase, into which my XML file is stored for the detection of my frontal phase, right? This is what it is actually done up here. So x, y, width and the height in f. Fine, that's pretty much clear. Getting down, I will be forming up a rectangle. So CV2 dot, here goes the rectangle. CV2 dot rectangle, and into the bracket I'm having up the image img variable which we did used above. I'll be setting up the ones which are x, comma y. Okay. Now, further what we are having up x, y, w and h. Okay, x, y, width and the height. Now x and width both lie onto the same line, right? Like x is as well a horizontal line, and for calculating the width of a rectangle, w is as well that lies onto the horizontal line, right? So I will be adding x plus w. Now y is my vertical line and height is as well in my vertical format, right? Whatever the vertical line we are having, we calculate that and we say that it is the height. So y and h will be added up together. So horizontals together and the verticals together. So horizontals are x and w and verticals are y and h. Okay. So x plus w, comma, y plus h. Okay. With the help of x, I'm adding up the width, and with the help of y, I'm adding up the height. Now next, I'm going to give up some values here. Let's say I wrote up here 0, comma, 0, comma, 255. What are these values? You know BGR colors, right? BGR. First one is for the blue, second one is for the green, and the third one is for the red. So if you want the blue color, so at the place of blue, write 255. And rest both of them keep as 0. If you want the green, if you want the green color, so in the middle place, write the value which is 255, and the besides 2 keep them as 0. And if you want the red color, so at the place of red put up 255 and the rest 2 will be 0. So here my B is 0, my G is 0 and my R is 255. So it means the rectangle that will be formed up, that will be of the color which is red. This is what it is depicting. Okay. Now you could as well set up a width for your rectangle, that what shall be the width of the rectangle. So I want the width as a 4. That I did. And here as well it is 4. So yes, that is being the same only. The width will be of the rectangle as 4. Right, so hope I am clear with this particular thing to you. Getting back here and getting down, I'll be using up here CV2 dot, I'll be using up the function which is IMShow. Okay, so what to show? I have to show up my image. So into that I am having up, you could put up anything here in sort of IMG, let's say. Okay, IMG, comma, and here I'm having the variable which is IMG, which I did use up. I'll be using up a variable, let's say that's K, and here we have CV2 dot, here I have the wait key function, and that's gonna wait up for some time, for 30 seconds, let's say. Here goes my ampersand, and here is a code that 0 into ff. Okay, 0x ff. Okay, pretty much clear. Getting down here, and here I'm going to apply up one of the conditions. Once again, let me get down. So my condition which I'm going to apply up is that if k is equal to 27. Okay, if k is equal to 27, so at that respective place, break out the respective loop. Here for the wait key, the k would be capital. Okay, great. Back here, now I'll be using up here cap dot release. So release, release. Okay, cap dot release, and here goes cv2 dot dot destroy. Okay, 1 second. TROY, destroy all windows. Okay, now destroy all windows. What is this function doing actually? So when you get up the output for these sort of programs now, so into that respective case, what do you get? You get up a different window, and your video starts onto that respective different window. Okay, now here goes the same thing, that whatever that different window you are actually having it out. So for that window, you once all of these things are closed, and once your program is completely run successfully, simply what it will do when you want to close a program, it is going to destroy up all of those respective windows. Okay, it will simply destroy up all of those respective different windows which are actually appearing up. So into that respective case, the destroy all windows function is being used up here at this respective place, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'll be giving you a quick recap of whatever we did studied, and then I'll be moving forward. Okay, so CV2 is my library which we did imported. Cascade underscore face was a variable into which I did use of this hair cascade frontal face default.xml. Right, then I captured up my video. It means I turned on my video. Okay, here at this particular place. Now here goes my conditions, that while true. Okay, here goes my conditions for setting up my infinite loop. I'm simply reading up my image, and once my image has been read, it is going to print me true or false, whatever is required. Fine. Then my image is in the BGR color. I'm converting that onto the grayscale. So with the help of this CVT color, that is convert color, I'm converting my BGR to the gray color. Now then I'm detecting up the multi-scale. Here are the values for that. After that, I wanted to form a rectangle like outside my face. So into that case, what I am doing, I'm simply using up this x, y, w and h, right? These are my values, x, y, width and the height. So for that I did. Here I am setting up that what color of the rectangle I want to form. So B, G, R. For R I see 255. So in that case, R, that is the red color, will be formed up, and width will be the 4. Then simply here we are setting up some conditions, and at last we are simply releasing up and destroying up all of those respective windows. Right? Great. So now I'll be switching off the camera from here because both two cameras can't run at one single time. I'll be switching that off. Yes, great. Now I'll be running out my respective program. So it will take a little time for giving up the access to my camera. Then further it will be moving ahead. Now just have a look, that see it is actually forming up this rectangle. It's actually able to detect that. Now if I put up the hand in front of the camera, so see, after that it wasn't able. Again if I remove up my hand, so it's again detecting up this respective image, the face for me, right? So this is how it actually works. Now you see that the color for this is red. Right, now I would show you one thing. If I close out my program from here, And further, I'm gonna put up the color. I will change the color. From here, I put it up as 0, and here I put it as 255. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change up the width as well. The width here it will be, let's say, 6, and for here as well, I'm gonna put up the 6. Now have a look and see that what it is. Okay, I would 1 second. I'll be putting up as green because yeah, that is the color which will be clearly shown. Let's run that out, and now let's check out that what's gonna completely happen up here. So it will take a bit some time to give the access to your camera. I would again repeat that out. Now have a look that the thickness of my respective rectangle has been increased. Further, the color of the rectangle has been changed. Now if again I put up some hand onto the front of this thing, now it's not detecting up anything, right? Now if I again remove that out, it's again detecting up my face here, right? Great. So hope I'm very much clear with this respective project to you for like how do we detect up the face with the help of the Python. Simply we used up the OpenCV library, and further with the OpenCV library only detected up my face we has here. So all of the respective things are simply done out by that cascade XML files which we did wrote up and put that up here. See downside as well, true, for the complete time this true is actually coming it out here. Okay, let me just show once again, show that out right here. Yeah, so have looked that for all of the time the true is coming, it means yes, it is actually printing up and displaying up my face. It is actually able to capture up my face, right? So great. Hope I'm very much clear with this particular project.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I want to request you to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new update or video releases from Great Learning. If you enjoyed this video, show us some love and like this video. Knowledge increases by sharing, so make sure you share this video with your friends and colleagues. Make sure to comment on the video for any query or suggestions, and I will respond to your comments.